Hi there, dream chaser. Yep, I'm talking to you, the one with the giant, possibly a little crazy dream. The one who keeps Googling how to stay motivated at 1 a.m. while eating cereal straight out of the box. Welcome. You're in good company, because today we're going to talk about something real, how not to quit halfway when you're chasing something big. Like really big. Like, wow, are you sure about this? Kind of big. Let me just say I get it. Chasing a dream is like signing up for a marathon while wearing flip-flops during a thunderstorm, blindfolded, with people on the sidelines yelling, "Just get a real job already." But here's the secret they don't tell you in those shiny Instagram quotes. Everyone wants to quit at some point. Everyone. Even the most successful people you admire had a nope, I'm out moment, or 2, or 50. The trick is learning how to ride out those moments without packing up your dream and selling it for spare change. So let's break it down. Let's figure out how you can stay in the game when everything in you is saying, maybe I should just raise chickens in the countryside instead. First of all, let's talk about why you want to quit. Because sometimes it's not actually the dream that's the problem, it's the pressure. The expectation that you should already be successful, that you should already have millions of followers, a perfectly curated portfolio, or a TED Talk under your belt. Spoiler alert, dreams take time. And messy beginnings are part of the deal. You wouldn't get mad at a seed for not being a tree yet, right? So stop yelling at your dream for not being a finished product. Second, motivation is a myth. Yep, I said it. Okay, maybe not a myth, but definitely not the reliable bestie people make it out to be. Motivation is flaky. One day it's like, let's do this, and the next it's like, or we could nap. You can't build a dream on motivation alone. You need habits. You need structure. And yes, you need a few do it even if it's awful days. You're not always going to feel inspired, and that's okay. Do it uninspired, do it messy. Just do it. Please don't sue me, Nike. Third, remember your why. No, really, remember it. When things get hard, our brains love to focus on everything that's going wrong. But go back to the beginning. What made you fall in love with this dream in the first place? Was it freedom? Creativity? A way to help people? Did it make your heart beat faster just thinking about it? Write it down. Tattoo it on your mirror in dry erase marker. Record yourself talking about it on your phone and listen back when you're doubting. That why is your anchor. When the waves hit, and they will, it'll keep you grounded. Fourth, you need rest. Not quitting. Rest. There's a difference. Burnout isn't a sign to throw everything away. It's a sign to pause. Hydrate. Hug a dog, binge a comfort show, cry, nap, cry again, reset, then come back with a little more softness. You don't have to hustle 24/7 to prove you're worthy of your dream. Your dream will wait for you, but you've got to be alive and well to keep chasing it. Fifth, celebrate your tiny wins. Seriously, did you write one sentence today? Amazing. Did you do 5 push-ups toward your health goal? Legendary. Did you make it through a day without comparing yourself to someone else's highlight reel? Iconic. Those small steps? They matter, and they stack up. Your dream isn't made in giant leaps. It's built one little step, one brave moment, one awkward try at a time. Sixth, talk to yourself like you'd talk to a best friend. Would you tell your best friend to give up because she's tired? No. You'd tell her she's doing amazing, that she's allowed to rest, that her pace is perfect. So tell yourself the same thing. You don't need to be your own enemy right now. Be your cheerleader. Be your cozy blanket. Be your own Beyoncé. Okay, now let's be real. The moment you decide to chase a big dream, the universe doesn't roll out a red carpet for you. Nope. What usually happens? Everything suddenly gets harder. Your motivation goes on vacation. Doubt starts throwing a party in your head. And your brain, your sweet overthinking brain, starts whispering, maybe we were being a bit too ambitious? Sound familiar? Let me tell you this. You are not the problem. The problem is that big dreams come with big discomfort, and no one really prepares us for the middle part. You know, that awkward, sweaty, emotionally chaotic middle? The part where the initial excitement fades, and the finish line is nowhere in sight? That's where people usually give up. Not because they're lazy or weak, but because the middle is brutal. So let's talk about how to survive that middle. Step 1, you've got to romanticize the struggle. No, really. Pretend you're the main character in a movie montage. The one where things go wrong, your hair is messy, the music is sad piano, but you're still trying. You're still showing up. That's powerful. And a little bit hilarious if you think about it. Because even when you're crying into your third iced coffee and wondering why you ever thought you could be a screenwriter, entrepreneur, musician, life coach, dream chaser in general, you're still in the story. You're still moving. Step 2. Get wildly specific about your why. Why did you start this? Like, really, why? Was it freedom? Was it impact? Was it because you're tired of working for Dave from HR who calls you champ and steals your ideas during meetings? Dave, if you're listening, please stop. Your why is your anchor. You need it when the waters get choppy. When you want to quit, go back and reread your journal entry from the day you decided to chase this dream. Remind yourself of the fire you had. It's still there. It's just buried under layers of self-doubt, dirty laundry, and existential dread. Totally normal. Step 3. Expect the dip. Like, plan for it. There's this thing called the dip. Shout out to Seth Godin. It's that moment after the initial high wears off and before the real results show up. Everyone hits it. And it's not a sign to quit. It's a sign that you're on the right path. Seriously. The people who succeed aren't the ones who never struggle. They're the ones who expect the struggle and keep going anyway. Want to hear something ridiculous? I once made a vision board with glitter and magazine cutouts and motivational quotes like, do epic stuff. And then I spent 2 weeks crying on the floor because epic stuff turned out to be mostly just spreadsheets, rejection emails, and questioning all my life choices. And yet, somehow, I got through it. Not because I was confident, but because I was stubborn. Stubbornness counts too, okay? Step 4. Lower the bar, but in a loving way. Sometimes, the best way to not quit is to stop trying to be amazing every single day. Some days, showing up is the victory. Writing 1 sentence is enough. Practicing for 10 minutes is enough. Sending 1 email is enough. You don't have to slay dragons daily to be worthy of your dream. Tiny steps taken consistently are what build momentum, and momentum is magic. Step 5. Build a tiny cheer squad. This one's huge. You need people, not 100 people, not even 10. Maybe just 1 person who believes in your dream when you forget to. Find them. Share your wins. Share your failures. Let them remind you that you're not crazy, or at least you're crazy in the best way. And if you don't have that person right now, be that person for yourself. Say kind things in the mirror. Leave yourself sticky notes like, we don't quit on Wednesdays. Start a folder of screenshots of nice things people say about your work. Save the messages. Save the proof. You'll need it on the stormy days. So what do you do when you're halfway there and every bone in your body is saying, maybe just give up? You laugh a little, you cry a little, you eat a snack, and then you keep going. Because here's the truth, no one tells you enough. The halfway point feels the hardest, not because you're failing, but because you've come far enough to care. If it didn't matter, it wouldn't be this hard. You wouldn't be fighting this hard to stay in it. That matters. That's everything. You're not broken for wanting to quit sometimes. You're just human. And humans get tired. But tired doesn't mean done. Confused doesn't mean doomed. And one bad day doesn't cancel out all the good ones you've already built. If you need a break, take a break. Seriously. This is not a hustle culture pep talk where I yell at you to rise and grind and drink 7 coffees and never sleep. No, friend, this is a soft place to land. This is me, gently handing you a blanket and a hot drink and saying, rest. You're allowed. Because rest is part of the process. No great dream was ever built on burnout. But after you rest, come back. Don't ghost your dream just because it got hard. Show up awkward. Show up unsure. Show up with bedhead and doubts and that weird lingering sense of, am I even good at this? Because showing up is the victory. The rest follows. And please remember, you're not the only one fumbling through this. Behind every overnight success is a messy, sleep-deprived, often tear-filled middle chapter, just like yours. Everyone starts scared. Everyone doubts. Everyone wonders if it's worth it. But you know what? The people who cross the finish line, they're not the ones who never stumbled. They're the ones who refuse to stay down. So here's what I want you to do. After you finish this episode, I want you to pick 1 tiny thing, just 1, that moves you forward. Open the document, revisit the plan, sketch the idea, send the message. Or heck, even just think kindly about your dream for a minute. That counts too. The smallest step is still a step. And before we wrap up, let me say this. You're braver than you feel, you're doing better than you think, and you are so, so worthy of seeing this dream through to the end. Whether it takes 6 months or 6 years, you've got what it takes. And even if you take detours, even if you change your mind or start over, it's all part of the journey. There's no such thing as too late when it comes to your own path. I'm proud of you just for being here. I'm cheering you on from whatever corner of the universe I'm in. And I hope truly that you don't give up on what makes your heart light up, even when it feels ridiculously out of reach. Because sometimes the biggest magic comes when you almost gave up, but didn't. Until next time, dream big, rest often, and remember, you're doing great, and I'm rooting for you always.